Hi everyone, this is Jessica Canty. I am your life and career strategist. I'm here to have another chat with you all today. Today was a double scoop Wednesday. Earlier we talked about business wardrobe, so be on the lookout for that. Check that out in the story. This afternoon, this evening, your dinner time convo, that mealtime mogul conversation, welcome you all, is with none other than the Biz Credit Bay. She's going to give us some tips around what should we be doing as entrepreneurs? What should we be doing as business owners during this telework time? So there she is. Hi, gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and patch her in so we can get that conversation started because I am so excited. Thank you so much, Sunshine Marie. You're so kind to say that. Come on in, darling. Come on in. I'm so excited because I'm ready to take now notes to hear what she has to say. Hello, beautiful.
Hey.
I was thrilled when they said I get to interview you again because I said, you know what? This is the time to talk about what are we going to do for our businesses in this time and in this space. So first, let me start off by introducing myself to those who, this is the first time I'm meeting you. Hello, I'm Jessica Canty. Not only am I one of the social media personalities for SwagHer magazine, but I am a life and career strategist. Now, what does that mean? That means I have a passion for helping people go from unfulfilled jobs to their dream careers. And some of you, your dream career is to own a business. Or maybe you are working for a business and you're trying to figure out what moves are they making to make decisions about the moves you should be making. If that's you, you're in the right space because we are hearing so many things on the news about stimulus package and small business loans and all this good stuff. But I've had the opportunity to speak with this gorgeous, beautiful woman that's looking at you all today. And she's talked about how to make sure our businesses stay viable, how to protect our assets. I'm getting a little bit of feedback, so I want to turn this down just a bit. How to protect our assets and what we should be considering as a business, because she experienced some losses, but she wants to make sure you don't experience the same losses. She wants to make sure your business prospers. So I'm saying a whole lot, but I want to pass the mic over to that gorgeous smile that's smiling back at you all and ask one for you to introduce yourself, and then let's just dive in. So introduce yourself, and I've got a bunch of questions that I know you have the wisdom for. Go right ahead, beautiful.
Gotcha. So hi everyone, I am Asia Rivers and I am the owner of Seal the Deal Credit Consultants, and we primarily work with business owners to establish business credit and also teach them how to build, utilize and protect not only their business credit but your personal credit, build wealth through acquiring business assets, and also developing a succession plan for your business. In layman's terms, I have a ton of education. I'm actually getting ready to pursue my doctoral degree in business administration and entrepreneurship. So I really had to really think of what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. Now, I know that primarily our goal today is going to give you guys a few tidbits on getting business credit established, but I also want to speak on 3 different things, strategies that I'm approaching this situation, because I know this was on everyone's mind. Like, how am I going to pay my business bills? I have a drop in revenue. I may not be eligible for the SBA loans. What am I going to do? So
you're reading everybody's mind. Absolutely, absolutely. So should we tell them a little bit about how long you've been doing it, or do you want to just jump right into giving them the tips?
Gotcha. So I've been doing this for about the last 2 to 3 years. And actually that's when I just became first established. I didn't know that I was doing what I'm doing now officially, but I had to really figure out how to package everything. So I've been doing it for quite some time, and my customer base has just been streamlined. So everyone is reaching out, even more so now with everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah. So I'm chomping at the bit. I'm like, I can't wait to watch this on the replay because you're about to give some wisdom. And I just like that you the reason why I asked you to share your expertise, because in this space there's a lot of people pretending to be experts. There's a lot of people now that everyone's home and on the internet, people can make up anything and say they're an expert at anything. But I really like that you said that though it was officially packaged a few years ago, you've been doing this. You're not new to this. You're true to this. And so this is something, so I hope the entrepreneurs listened up for when she introduced herself, because this is something that's important for those who are deciding to package their thought process. You're in the right space. If you've been doing it for years and now you're sitting down in this space, you're in the right space to hear wisdom. So without further ado, please answer all those questions in my mind, and you're hitting on it. Go right ahead, Nana.
Gotcha. So my first point is, during this downtime, take time out for you to map out exactly what you want your business model to be. There are several resources that's on the internet that will help you map out exactly what your key focus is. So I knew that on the market, there were larger companies that was doing somewhat similar to what I was doing. My focus was business credit, but there was a lack in business help for people to acquire business credit, but as well as learn about it. Like that is a business model, how you're going to teach, educating the people on business credit. So there weren't any companies that was doing what I wanted to do. So again, I really had to attack that business model strongly. So not in addition to me providing resources to vendors that can give you business credit, but I also have an online course that's going to tell you, okay, how to position your personal credit, so that way you're able to get access to business credit from your personal credit. Choosing the right vendors that are aligned to your business model. So of course, my primary business at the time was childcare, so I needed vendors in my circle that were going to approve me, that approved me for equipment purchasing. So I needed a bunch of tables and chairs for my center. I needed items to run my food program. I needed commercial refrigerators. I needed tables. I needed carts. So again, I needed those vendors to be able to tell those particular vendors that were specific to me. Just as so much as if you're going to do a consulting business, you need office furniture, you need a desk, you need a chair, you need those different things. So every vendor is different. So you need to have a specific selection of vendors that are going to approve you. The next thing is again, like I said, sorry. So I'm getting misconstrued right now.
It's okay, because I'm getting excited with you. You probably feeling it through the phone, because I'm like, ooh, I got questions for you.
It's all gonna interweave, guys. So again, with the business credit, so take time for you to map out exactly what you want to do. Draw it out. Learn how to pitch to other people. Learn how to pitch your business model. That's something that's going to come in valuable. Right now, we're all sitting in the house. A lot of this is going on with video conferencing. Learn how to pitch your business model to someone via video conference, because again, we don't know how long this is going to last. And so, again, map it out. The next portion of take time for you, make sure you take the time to focus on your family during this time as well. And again, I've operated my businesses for well over 8 years. And I have 2 other businesses that are alongside my childcare business. And so with that being said, I really have lost time on how much family time I have lost creating my businesses. Regardless, take the time for to connect to your family, set limits, draw it out, guys. I am really, really serious when I said take this time for you to develop everything, because you have to design your life the way that you are around your business. And we all oftentimes get caught up and get lost in the everyday bustle and tussle of just getting up, going to work, and pushing our mission each and every day. And then the third point on take time for you, focus on your finances and your future. Develop a game plan for that. Often, so many times, we focus on just how we're going to make money. How are we going to pay these bills? And we don't take the time to make sure that we have a sound plan for not only the present, but for also the future as well. There's been so many times that, I really had to sit. So take, for instance, so yesterday, me and my husband sat down and I said, hey, honey, do you realize when we first started our business, our revenue was about $5,000? And he was like, yeah, it was some hard times. It was like we didn't have a lot of money to do anything. We have a lot of money in our personal account. We didn't have a lot of money in our business account. Now that we make well over $35,000 a month just from one business, we were like, okay, where did the time go? It's like we still have issues with cash flow. We still have the same issues with employees. So again, no matter how much money, how little you make or how much you make, you still have to have a plan for that money. You still got to have a plan for it. So just take the time for you, focus on family, finances, and future. Those are my 4 F's for you for this. So that's my point number 1.
And you know, as you're chatting, you're getting so much love on this side, and people are, you know, just saying what you're saying is so powerful. They're in agreement with you. I did have a member of the community comment that she just started a business in October of 2019, and she's trying to figure out, I guess, what does that look like? Let's see. I see a lot of, okay, I'm seeing some comments come in as well. So I'm seeing people talking about business and marketing and doing virtual things similar to the tip that you gave about being able to pitch themselves. So I want to dive in. You can, I guess, apply any of the points that you were talking about. What wisdom would you give someone around who just started a business that hasn't been a year, and those who are focusing on branding and marketing? Should they be focusing on branding and marketing along with something else? Or is there any tips that you would give businesses that just started? I know it's a lot, a mouthful, but it's a lot.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You always want to focus on branding and marketing. No matter if you're in the startup phase, there's also a phase before startup that most people kind of overlook, and it's called the tinkering phase. There's a book called the hockey stick method. I believe it's called the hockey stick principles, and it tells you about the different phases of business. The phase before you start making money, the phase that you're right at startup, when you begin, you're trying to acquire funds to operate the business, when you actually start making money, and when the business is being in a position to scale. So again, that's a good read for you to acquire. It's on Audible, it's on Amazon. Look that book up. So yes, you should always be focused on branding and marketing, no matter what. I don't care how small or how large your business is. Now, as far as focusing on credit, with business credit, you can be at the startup phase and start the business credit. I have a 10-step strategy guide, which we discussed the last time, and it will take you through establishing your EIN number, choosing the correct bank account, your articles of organization, and even, like I said, just being established. And those of you guys that are applying for the SBA loan right now, you have to be an established business, meaning that you have to have that tax ID number. Now, they didn't say you have to have business credit, but business credit starts there. So no matter what, everything revolves around business credit, guys. They might not say it, but it does. So just be prepared for that. What else did she have pertaining to? Because she had a loaded question for me.
It's so interesting because as you were talking, another call came in about what should I do in the startup, and I think you hit the nail on the head when you were saying that there's so many things. First of all, she told you all a book to read. Then she told you that she's going to give you the 10 steps to walk it out. So yes. I want to make sure I emphasize that. Not only would you read that book. Now I haven't read the book yet, but if she suggested, I know I'm gonna put it on my bookshelf. But the other thing is, I really want to emphasize the work that she's done, because she talked about that. We talked about her 10 steps the last time. If you don't know what we're talking about, head over to my YouTube channel or over to SwagHer magazine, because that's where the conversation started. So you can see exactly what she's talking about. And I'm checking, people are saying, yes, thank you for the information. I'm gonna check this particular question to see. Okay, you're all right. So it's similar to what you were just saying, what to do in the meantime because now people are at home. And it says, can you go over the list, that you have? Okay, so this, I guess Sunshine Marie, just so I'm clear, you might have to type your question in again, Sunshine Marie, but just asking about the information or the list that you have. Like, what's the name of the top 10, the 10 steps, and then how they can access it?
Gotcha. It's the 10-step business credit guide, and it's on my website at www.talkbizcredit.com. And so I'll just tell you guys the first three steps. The first one is to make sure that the business is established. You have to make sure it's established at your state level first, and that document is called Articles of Organization. At the very least, I tell individuals all the time, establish yourself as an LLC. As an LLC, it provides certain protections, which is called the corporate veil. So should anything happen, like a business bankruptcy, someone sues you, you have some type of protection that will protect your assets, your personal assets, from being taken along. Now, there's exceptions to every rule, every law. There's exceptions. However, at just the surface level, you want to make sure that you're established as an LLC. Step 2, make sure all your business addresses match, down to something specific as the road, the street, the suite number, because anytime that you have anything reporting to Dun and Bradstreet, they will verify that the information that's found on your articles is consistent. Step number 3 was apply for an employee EIN, or a EIN number, or a tax ID number. So that way you have the ID number, it acts like the social security number for the business. So instead of you putting down your social security number whenever you're applying for accounts, the business has its own record on file. So again, that is your business identity. Those are the first 3 steps. My business credit guide can also be found in my business credit playbook, which is on my website, guys. And the business credit playbook takes a whole a hash at personal, business, wealth, and succession. And I'm getting ready to show you guys exactly what it looks like. So you have it.
Show and tell. Show and tell.
Yes. So it is 170 pages, 4 tabs. And I work through with my clients each and every month, and we go through the business credit playbook. We have different tasks. We have things called the game plans that they must complete every week and turn back into me. And we really hash out your business model, what that's going to look like, how you can create wealth from that. And once you start creating wealth, how can you pass that on to the next generation, ultimately creating wealth, and not just your children, but your children's children, to begin that cycle, guys. So the business credit playbook, that's up there, that's on sale as well. And like I said, it's 170 pages. And it has all of those free resources in there, as well as my paid resources. Like I told you guys, I did have 3 points. So the first point was just the surface. The second one was going to be your game plan. So just make sure you have a game plan for everything that you're doing in business. Those of you guys that are applying for this SBA loan, I will point out that you will need to have some type of document. And the document that I like to utilize anytime that I take on any kind of funding, any kind of credit card, any kind of loan pertaining to the business, I do what's called a funding questionnaire. And in my funding questionnaire, it just basically tells me what's going to be the purposes of the loan that I'm about to take. How am I going to use that? Is it going to be connected to my personal or business credit? What is the original amount that I'm requesting? This creates a record. It creates a record of what I'm going to do with the funds that I'm bringing into my business, because we often get lost, and I was known for doing that at the early stages of my business. Hey, I need $10,000. How do I go apply? Now I got the $10,000. Well, I know at the surface level what I want to do with it, but I don't know the long-term impact that it's going to have on my business. So point number 2, what's your game plan? And again, I use my business credit playbook and the funding questionnaire to make sure to walk me through. They had another question. I seen it pass by the screen. I'm not for sure.
Right. That's what I was responding to. You actually answered it. They asked about what was the name of the book.
Okay.
I was posting it. So it's the Business Credit Playbook, and you can find that on her website. And myself and Jarmel, hey Jarmel, put it in the comments section. So I pinned it. You all, and this is actually going to be on SwagHer magazine. First of all, you need to say thank you, SwagHer magazine, because they bring some wonderful people. Because people are over here loving this, and they're saying how people do not share these secrets. And you were so right about how there's businesses out there that will do it for you, but won't teach you it. And so you don't know, like, am I learning? Am I understanding everything? Am I being cheated? But you are a coach in every sense of the word. You are a teacher in every sense of the word. You've created the curriculum. You're walking hand in hand with them. You're taking them step by step. And even for people who are like me, oh, thank you, SwagHer. Someone said that. I just feel like I don't have a head for business. Like I'll do the front work. Somebody else take care of the back work. But if you're like that, you do have a head for it because you have the business credit base. She's telling you you do have the mind for it. She organized it for you. My goodness, 4 tabs, told you where to keep all your information. So you have the mind for it. And let's see, she says something about hockey. Oh, that book. Okay, Sunshine Marie was asking about the other book. The I think was it the hockey stick principles.
Yes, the hockey stick principles. Yes.
Okay. Yes, the hockey stick principles. Now I don't know anything about her book first because she is going to give you that information, going to walk you step by step, and you know that you're getting this from somebody who cares about your business. Like, did you hear what she said? She said generational wealth. She's not talking about give me your $29.99 and then that's it. But she's talking about building generational wealth. So I'm looking to see if we get some comments come in. Oh, she was just saying this is so informative. People are saying this is informative. What do business formation in New York and startup coaching? Okay. We do business formation in New York and startup. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That means you're really supporting what SwagHer does. And so you probably can attest that what she's saying is speaking truth.
Yes.
And what I really like is that that she's giving you in a way that you can understand it, because business stuff can be very daunting. Like when you start talking about the articles, like you said, the articles, I was like EIN, it's like all that can go over your head. It's like, is she speaking Greek? But she's giving it to you in a way that you'll be able to understand it. So that was point number 2. I can't wait till you point number 3.
Number 3. All right. So this is like the hardest point whenever anyone is starting a business, the hardest concept to grasp. And it's simple. Boss up. You have to boss up, guys. You got to boss up with these bills. You got to boss up paying employees, contractors, no matter what. You have to boss up, because when creditors are coming to ask for their money, you have to pay them back. That is the most concrete thing that I can tell you about operating any business. Whenever you have any type of interaction with someone that's going to give you money for your business, you have to pay it back. There's been so much criticism in the news about these large companies, these airlines. There's like, hey, we don't have enough money to operate from one month to the next. Guess what? That's what goes on with small businesses as well. And so, the process is all the same. As much as money comes in, it has to go out. It's a thing called cash flow. So we must make sure that we are comfortable with knowing the language of business. And so boss up. Get the education that you need in order to start and run your business and ultimately grow it. Even if you don't want to grow it and you're like, hey, this is as big as I want to be, but you ultimately will not be here for the rest of your life. You have to pass it off to someone else. You have to have a successor, unless you just want your business just to say, okay, I have it and we're going to close it down. Most of us don't get into business for that reason. We want to help. We want to provide service. We want the business to grow. We want our family to be involved. So again, boss up, guys. I mean, now is the time. We are truly going to see how successful you want yourself to be through these times now on what are the actions that you're doing now. So get as much education as you can. There's so many coaches and stuff online. So just kind of be wary of the information. Fact check some of it, verify. Reach out to neighboring coaches. There's plenty of Facebook groups. There's SwagHer magazine has a list of resources. They have been my savior for locating a lot of different coaches, guys, on the platform. So again, just utilize every resource possible. Go make sure that they're a reputable business. Verify the information. So I mean, really, we're all in it. We are truly all in this together, guys. Don't really think that what I'm going to say, the next thing I'm going to say is just take it one day at a time. Don't become overwhelmed with a lot of stuff that's going on. If you are in business right now and you are, really trying to figure out where your revenue is going to come, take a step back and look at your business model and see how you can incorporate digital technologies into your business. I mean, that's really the core of things right now, because they're saying the next 2 to 3 months we're basically going to have to reorganize the way that we do things. So, you know, all businesses go through growth. All businesses incur change. There's always going to be some type of disruption. You have to be resilient, and that's really what it comes down. Boss up, guys. Look at this shirt. Boss up.
I
Boss
love it.
up.
I love it.
Boss up. That's what we gotta do. I mean, at the
it.
end of the day, that's what we have to do. It doesn't matter how small your business is. Be the CEO. Conquer every obstacle, and this is just another obstacle that we have to overcome together. This is how you're only so wealthy as your network, and I'm really truly and proud to be a part of the SwagHer magazine network.
Absolutely. And while you're speaking, I think, was it Trish Airplay? Thank you for coming in. And yes, you're saying boss up. Yes, absolutely. Everyone needs to boss up. So to answer your question, Trish, we're talking about what should businesses be focusing on right now? And so we were given 3 tips on what we should be focusing on. And if you follow these 3 tips out, you are bound to be successful. But just to recap, in addition to these 3 tips, bossing up, making sure that you are doing everything to do the fundamentals, the foundation of your business credit. Are you making sure you're thinking about taking care of yourself? Are you thinking about generational wealth? You want to have the right tools, because a lot of times people get excited about an idea. Maybe they're in the tinkering phase, like you said. Mm-hmm. And so Google is available, especially now since everybody's at home. Mm-hmm. And it's real easy to Google. It's really easy to go through your Instagram feed, and this person says, make $5,000 doing this. What you should do with your small business loan. And like our community said, that it's a lot of information, but you don't know what is good information. Mm-hmm. But what you can guarantee is that if it comes across SwagHer, if it comes out of the biz credit base, it's quality information. And so, because right now anybody can have an online platform, but we're talking about, this is an established business. This is an established business who've been helping businesses. So anytime you have a business who wants to help business, you know that's quality. It's not just about an individual exchange, but we want to make sure it's generational wealth. And that's what's taking place when you work with her. So my suggestion to you all is, don't just watch this video, go get the curriculum. You're doing yourself a disservice if you don't go get the curriculum. And people are saying 100. Yes, look at this show and tell. I love show and tell. You know what it looks like. You know, sometimes you can look online, you're like, I'm not sure. But you can see just the dimensions of how thick that book is. The divider, she told you how many pages it is. That's a college course. That's a college level course. And what I want to encourage you all to do is to remember that right now, even though we are staying inside, we can still choose to invest. What do I mean by invest? I want you to invest your time. You're not spending it commuting to the office. You're just commuting from your bed to the computer. You're not spending it on gas and on parking. So go ahead and buy the curriculum. This is the time to invest. People are getting nervous about things, but this is the time to invest, to make sure that when you come out of this, you are already prepared for the investments. You don't want to be behind the 8 ball. So your homework assignment is to head over to the Biz Credit Bay. But no. Head over to her page to follow her. And the website again, tell them the website again. It's talkbizcredit.com. So talkbizcredit.com. So even by entering it, you already are speaking some things into your business. You can talk biz credit. So she's already telling you what you need to be talking about. It's easy to talk about the latest meme and the latest, what the latest celebrity is doing, but she's telling you what you should be talking about, who you should be talking to. So you gave 3 great tips. Is there anything that you want people to do as soon as we wrap up our conversation, or what do you want people to do to get immediate action and swift results? But making sure these results she's talking about is swift, but they are long lasting. That's important, that it's long lasting. So I want to give you a space. Is there anything you want to share with them? Because you shared so much. What else do you want to share? If you're just now starting, you want to go on my website and download the 10-step strategy guide, which is going to be your fast track and overview of the process that you need to follow in making sure, hey, my business is established, it's being protected, and I am starting my journey to building business credit that can ultimately unlock you
have access over 100K within 90 days. It might be a little slower now because of what's going on in the world. However, you have the groundwork already set. If you are already an established business, meaning that you have articles of organization, you have revenue coming in and out of your business in a business bank account, then the next step you want to do is go online, get access to the online credit course, and then get your copy of the business credit playbook. The business credit playbook unlocks everything you need to have. Personal credit breakdown, how to dispute stuff on your personal credit, how to position yourself so that way whenever you are applying for business credit, guess what? They're not destroying your personal credit in the process. Business credit, building it so that way whenever you apply for something, it's in your business credit name only. You don't have a personal guarantee and it's not attached to your personal assets. The next step is wealth. How can you create wealth from your business? Just because you have revenue doesn't mean that you're creating wealth for yourself, for your future. It doesn't mean just because you got the revenue, it doesn't mean that. So make sure that you get the business credit playbook. It also goes over the succession plan as well. How you position the business to be handed over to someone else. How do you train individuals? You can create an online course just so that person has access to make sure that, guess what, you're covered. Let me tell you guys a quick story. I had another client. She had a business, and guess what? She never thought in her wildest dreams that she would become infected with the COVID-19. God bless her soul. She's not here anymore. However, guess what? Her business is just sitting there. The people that run her business, like employees, staff members, lead management, they don't know what to do with the business because she didn't have a will. She didn't have a plan. There was nothing succession. So now the businesses are setting up. And you know what? When we don't have those things in place, guess what? It becomes the property of the state. So again, you need this tool. I'm going to urge you need this tool because stuff happens. It just does. This is the world that we live in. This is life as itself. So get that tool. If you're an established business, if you're going to scale it later on, guess what? You have that funding questionnaire to get you in position, guys. The business credit playbook is going to get you in position for wealth. So thank you for having me on today. I hope that I gave you guys a lot of great information. Reach out to me on the website, talkbizcredit.com or BizCreditBay on Instagram. I'm also always on Facebook, guys. I'm always on Facebook.
You are, as you're talking, you're getting so much love on this side of the room. And people are just saying that you're giving so much great information. And I really hope that you all are catching that. There's so many things on the internet right now about people eating too much and not getting enough movement. So why don't you use this time to further it? And it really struck a chord with me when you said there's a difference between revenue and wealth. That's a class right there. You need to go ahead. That is a class in itself. Revenue, like, I'm ready. Listen, I'm gonna be on the wait list. Put me on there to be in itself. So I hope that you all are getting that this is a quality business that wants your business to succeed. And she said it. I don't want to make light of the situation because our country is facing something that we've never thought that could happen. This is going to be in the history books. And it's altering the way that we interact with each other. And so I hope this is a time for everyone to stop and think, what is the plan? So she gave you that example, like people are sitting around not knowing what the plan is. And we want to make sure that all that work that you put into it doesn't just go to the state. Don't you want that to go to someone that loves you or loves the business as much as you do, knew the effort that you put into it? So this is the time to begin to think about that. Don't spend the whole time Netflixing and chilling. Get on your business. What'd you say, boss up?
Boss up.
You said you want to boss up.
Boss up.
And you want to, what was it, the CEO again? That brings
CEO. So that is my main persona for everything. CEO, conquer every obstacle, guys.
And there's obstacles, but there's opportunity too.
Yeah.
So right now, there's a wealth of opportunity. So if you didn't hear it clearly, I'm gonna emphasize. I'm gonna let you all know your homework. Go follow the Biz Credit Bay so you can stay in touch with whatever she's coming out with, because she is coming out with wonderful material. She's consistently updating what she's doing to make sure she meets your needs. She talked about the small business loan. So she's staying in the loop of what you are, what it is that you need information around. Then you got to go buy the book. And once you get the book, You want to start working. But while you're waiting for the book to get to your house, 10-step strategy guide. So there's no excuse not to start today. She's giving you the momentum to get started today. So you want to do that. And I want to say, and people have said it, thank you, SwagHer. Absolutely. Thank you, SwagHer, for bringing the Biz Credit Bay back. Thank you for giving me the opportunity just to sit in her presence and learn from her. You all, this is just as much as a treat for me as it is for you. And speaking of treats, she's giving you a treat for your business. Now, if you are sitting at home and you're saying, oh, someone said they're going to be ordering the book. Yes. Go get it. Take a picture. Or would you take a picture when it comes to you and like tag us? Because I can't wait to see how happy you're going to be when you get that picture. Tag SwagHer and tag Biz Credit Bay. Oh, and tag me too, because I can't wait to see you all getting this book. I'm excited for you. Another thing I want you to think about is that a lot of things are coming up in terms of making businesses. So if that's your career path, create a business. If you want to stay in an employee status, which is perfectly, I have a 9-to-5, I'm an employee and I'm an employer. So I get the benefits of both. So if you're deciding right now, oh, you're going to take the picture. Thank you so much, Sunshine Maria. I can't wait to see it. You want to make sure that you're in a career that you love. You know, right now, a lot of people are commuting from their pillow to their computer and they're hating their job. So it's not the commute. It's not the colleagues, because you're not even in the building with the colleagues. It's time to make a decision. Am I going to stay with this job? Am I going to stay with this salary that's laughable? Are you ready to make the transition? So if you're a business owner, go check out what she's talking about. Make sure you get that book. If you're somebody who's deciding where do I go with my career, head over to my page. I have a workshop next week to do the first step in making sure you're ready for your dream career. So no matter where you are on the spectrum of employee or employer, we've got some great stuff for you. And it's all brought to you from SwagHer magazine. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Absolutely. So I'm just looking, and look, knowledge is power. She's ready to boss up. Sunshine, yes. Absolutely, absolutely. I know that this is going to be such a blessing for your business, and I know your business is going to bless others, just because of the blessing that Biz Credit Bay is for you all. All right, you all. I know that every time I say it, this is not going to be the last conversation. We have another conversation, so I'm just going to say it. This is not going to be the last conversation. I'm excited. I'm going to order the book. And I'm going to order the book for somebody else. So go ahead and do that. Order the book and then order it for somebody else, y'all.
Yes, right? There you go.
All right, gorgeous. So I will see you the next time we chat. You all have a wonderful evening.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.